Greetings, my YouTube family. Welcome to my digital empire. This is Weleta Kidan, aka Key, with my 77th video. So you would know if you are into numerology and if you've been following synchronicity, or even if you are merely in your spiritual awakening, you would know how numbers are like powerful and how the universe actually sends us messages through number synchronicities. So, seven is a very powerful number. It's even called magic seven, number magic seven, for a reason, because it's magical. It brings magic into our lives if we are listening and if you're watching and following. So I'm so glad about that. And also something else that I learned is I just hit 300 subscribers. It's overwhelmingly beautiful because I've been in this journey for a while, and I'm so happy that I'm getting the attention and the acknowledgement that I deserve. And thank you for each and every one of you. I would like to thank you for your encouragement. It just only motivates me to do more and to go further in this journey. Thank you, guys. So today I want to talk about attachment because I'm in this phase of detaching from everything that I was attached from. Attachment is a very unhealthy thing that can happen to humans, and actually, everything in nature is just existing independently and in harmony. So, attachment comes from the mind because we're human beings and we have a mind, this spatial ability of thinking and executing and wanting and desiring, right? So, attachment finds its roots in desire and expectation. For me to be attached to something, first of all, I have to desire it, and then that desire creates expectation. Yeah, when I desire a certain type of food for lunch, for example, if I'm going to a restaurant, if I desire to have fish, and then that desire creates expectation, I would expect to order fish when I get to that restaurant. And whether I get fish or not decides how happy or unhappy I am. If I get to have fish, by the end of the day, I would be very happy. If I don't get to have fish, and if they said, for example, they ran out or something like that, I would feel bad. I would feel unhappy, right? So for attachment to exist, there have to be desire and expectation. So if I say that our attachment style is decided in our childhood. Whether you are securely attached to someone or anxiously attached to someone, how your attachment style unfolds in existence is decided by your experience in your childhood. That's why I often stress on healing the inner child, because our inner child is where the foundation to everything that we are going to be as an adult is laid down. So attachment is related to how we were treated by our parents and caregivers when we were little and when we were children. The inner child is basically an identity that's formed from age 0 to 7. So you can imagine whatever happened to you in those 7 years is influences how you live your life as an adult. So if I was ignored or emotionally neglected or psychologically abused or physically abused in those years, my attachment style as an adult is reflected back to me. Like it's um reflected by how we were treated in our childhood. So there are different attachment styles, but like the top three ones are anxious attachment style, avoidant attachment or dismissive attachment style, and secure attachment style. So, anxious attachment style is when we are attached to something and when we want to control it, when we are so anxious and fearful about it, about losing it, we don't want to lose it. We just want to make sure that everything is going right. These are the people who have abandonment issues like I did, for example. My style is anxious attachment style because I had abandonment issue. So whenever I saw that pattern, especially how I deal with my twin flame. Every time I send him a message, I want to make sure whether he sees a message or not, or whether he's online or not. Or even like whenever I make videos, for example, new videos, I want to make sure like how many views that I have in an hour, or I feel the need to go back and forth, to check the views and the likes. That was how I was doing it all the time before actually I thought about detachment, and before I detected that pattern within myself, and now I'm breaking out of it. It's actually very easy to detach than to attach, and you can actually understand it somewhere through this video. So the anxious attachment style is just when we are attached to something and when we want to control the flow, how it goes, and when we actually want to know everything about it, and when we are like in a fear state, in a deep fear-based state about whether having it or not. And the next one is avoidant or dismissive attachment style. It is just running away from the people that you love, or running away from your divine talents, wanting to sabotage. The dismissive attachment style, for me from experience, is expressed in tendencies of sabotaging something, sabotaging a relationship, sabotaging your career, like just you want it, you are attached to that thing, but how you are attached is by avoiding it, like wanting to run away from it. If you are detached from something, how to know is that you're not pushing it away or you're not pulling it inward. You're just somewhere existing, right? So it's not even in your mind. But if you feel the need to avoid it, it's because you're attached to that thing, but you don't want to admit that you want that thing or you are into that thing. So the dismissive attachment style is more like it's not holding on to it, but it's pulling away kind of attitude. But it's still you're pulling away because you have an attachment towards it. And the third one is secure attachment. I would think 10% of the world population may have that secure attachment in their relationships. Secure attachment can only exist when an ultimate understanding and self actualization is at play, when you self actualize and understand who you are and the wholeness that you are, you're not seeking out, you're not seeking something that's outside of you to complete you. You're not depending on anything. You are independent, you are emotionally independent, you are independent in every way, and you are happy with yourself. There is nothing that you are running away from, and there is nothing that you are desperately seeking. It's just you are graciously in your path, in your lane. And the reason why you want to have partner, for example, is because you just want to share your happiness with someone else. The reason why you want to work on your mission is because you are convinced that it's important and it's meaningful to you and to others. But how you do it is without expectation. Just because you are on a mission doesn't mean you will have uh, the recognition, for example, that you might want. Or just because you are on a mission, that doesn't mean you are important than others. So to be securely attached to things, to places, to humans, and to animals, you have to reach a state of self actualization where you understand and learn that everything is within, and you believe in yourself so much. So the existence of something or the non existence of something doesn't affect you all that much. You can still be happy and fulfilled with yourself. So you are not necessarily pursuing a sense of peace or intimacy by attaching yourself to things or people. So how it's manifested, how do you know whether you're attached or not? I believe 90% of the population of the world is attached to one thing or the other, because especially in this material world, people are like materialistic. So it's the attachment that makes you materialist in the first place. It's because you are attached to how people see you, it's because you are attached to the level of comfort that you experience, so it's like the new model car is not enough anymore. You want to have the next one, you want to change your couch every year, for example, because you are attached to a sense of comfort. So even addiction is another way of attaching ourselves to something, because whenever you take that substance, it takes you somewhere, it transports you in your consciousness somewhere that you want to be. So the attachment could be in different ways. We can attach ourselves to people or a particular person, like I did. In my case, it was my twin flame. He was my attachment figure. So I kind of, like, it wasn't that I didn't love myself, but I would have put up with anything, just if it means that I'm going to be with him. I would tolerate abuse. I would have tolerated abuse. I would have tolerated manipulation. I would have tolerated anything because of my attachment, because I give my power away to him in a certain way. Like, by wanting him so bad, I was in a lack mindset first thing. Like, I was still wanting and not having, and that was the signal that I was sending to the universe. So the universe says, if you want to stay in a vibration of wanting, then I will give you more of what you are like going for, yeah, which is the vibration of wanting. So um in my case, it's just it's he's the best teacher I can have, because our soul frequency is the same, our higher self is the same. He's the best teacher I can have. So every spiritual realization I reached, some epic shadow work that I did, it's connected to him. That's why I keep on mentioning him in every video that I make lately, because he's the reason why I'm reaching this realization about myself, why I'm going deeper. So it could be two people or a person or a purpose or a mission. I saw people who are extremely attached to their mission, that they abandon their family life, for example. If their mission is music, they just live in their studio producing music and just not calling their wife or not visiting their children. So people can be attached to anything. It's what matters is the meaning that you give to that attachment figure, the meaning you have towards it. How you actually base your identity on that thing is what matters in the attachment process. uh it could be to a thing, it could be to your home or to your phone. I saw a tendency in me. For example, I was being attached to my new phone. I didn't have smartphone for months because I could not have afford it. So I saw a tendency in me to want to attach myself to my phone, to just hold my phone a lot, to just check. Like, I use my phone efficiently. I mean, if 10 people who use their phones efficiently, I would definitely be one of them, because I use my notepad. I use my Of course, I have a my YouTube. I use everything efficiently. It's not that I'm just chatting with people about my day or like small talking, which I'm not interested in. But still, apart from using my phone, it's just how I cared for it, how I want to actually, how I cared for it is just a bit extreme. And I just noticed that, okay, so I'm being attached to this new phone because I didn't have it for a long time. So now I'm just, like, wanting to hold onto it so bad. So I just have to work on that. So it could be to an ideology or an idea. Some people might tolerate anything. They might tolerate being beaten or like being sexually abused, and you say something about the ideology that they follow, they just explode, right? Have you not encountered like a communist, for example, or yeah, a communist, or like even religious people? Sometimes they don't mind, being emotionally manipulated or like even financially abused. But at the same time, when you raise that point that's contrary to their belief, they feel the need to protect it. So I saw people attaching themselves to ideologies, for sure. It could be to self, to your own self, to your body. For example, it's these thoughts of self-harm or harming others, or even an exaggerated sense of feeling insecure, like feeling unsafe in this world. The need to protect our body, like an anticipation of hurt or death, is related to attaching yourself to yourself. Some people are attached to their beauty, some people are attached to their uh, abilities, to their abilities, to their education. So attachment could be towards self, also to body. Attachment could be to a place, like there's that place where we are feeling so comfortable, and when we feel so relaxed. So uh, we would think that unless otherwise I'm in that place, I wouldn't feel like protected, so we can attach to a lifestyle or place. So attachment is really endless, as long as we are in that vibration of attachment. Our attachment figure could be anyone and anything. So when we start understanding how bad it is to attach, to how attachment is bad, when we try to manifest things, actually the attachment style, regardless of our attachment style, the need to release attachment arises from manifestation, the process of manifestation. So there is that point in our lives where we want to manifest something, and now we've been working on it. It's the desire of having that thing or having that person that puts us in the process of wanting to manifest that. Yeah. So in the law of attraction, there is a stage where you have to release outcome. Releasing outcome means you ask the universe for what you want, you made yourself clear, so now you are about to receive that thing that you have asked for. So you have to believe and act as if you have it, which you can't do if you are attached, right? If you are attached to that car that you want so bad, you are just holding it like this. Yeah, you are not letting it to flow. So the universe senses that, okay, so this person asked for a car and we want to give it, but he's also holding on to it. He's attached to it so bad. So like he's insisting in wanting, in the vibration of wanting instead of having. So the universe just corresponds to whatever vibration that you have, right? So it's when you release the outcome that you are expecting by embodying the vibration of having, that you can have that thing finally. So for me, the law of attraction works in such a way that unless otherwise we completely let go of attachment and we are convinced that everything is within whatever I have attached myself to. Actually, as long as I am content enough, I can give it to myself. If I'm attached to my twin flame because I feel good when I'm with him, I can feel good when I'm with myself, because everything is within. Everything goes out, like from within to the outside world. So there is no way that I want to attach to anything, because there is nothing that I can't be, there is nothing that I can give, there is nothing that I can't do. That's the vibration that we want to embody when it comes to manifestation. So it's that kind of, when we release attachment and when we release our expectation, when we release the outcome that we want to get to, the universe senses that vibration of comfort and finally gives us what we want. So how to detach is, the first step to detach is just to set an intention to detach, and to know that as long as you decide to detach, you will detach. It's not a rocket science, it's not so hard, it shouldn't be complicated. And then the second step is to just give to yourself the hope that you want to make the next step, the love that you want to feel good under your skin, the purpose, whatever it is that you're seeking from your attachment figure, to just start giving it to yourself, to love yourself more, to care for yourself more. In that way, you will understand, you will set them free, you will set your attachment free, you will just release it and to let it flow. And then that would mean they will sense it. If you are attached to a person, that person is going to sense that you are releasing attachment, you are setting them free. So now they have a choice to make. So if it's you that they want to choose, they will know, because they are not under the grip of your expectation in attachment. So if it's fulfillment that you want, just know that you are fulfilled, because everything is within, like I said. If it's peace that you are seeking, try to meditate, sit in a meditation for 10 days or even 10 years if you wish, and then reach to that level of peace that you want to experience through your attachment. So the other tip is prioritize your creator. The only attachment you need to have is towards your creator, because you don't even need to attach yourself to the creator, because you are like, you came down to earth with that essence, with the God within. So just know that
it's the creator has to be prioritized. Whatever it is that you're wanting, it can't be placed above the creator. I can't place a person above my creator. I can't place a thing above my creator. It has to, the first thing that should come into my awareness and my mind and my body, that should dwell in my spirit, is my creator. So prioritize your creator. It really helps with understanding how anything else even doesn't matter. It matters if you are on your mission or not. It matters if you have someone or not. But really, like, it, you don't base your well-being on that thing that you wish to have. Your well-being is dependent on how you see yourself instead of how you expect your attachment to actually react to you. And the last point is just be grateful. Gratitude helps. Like, if I am grateful for the lessons that my twin flame journey had taught me, I wouldn't necessarily feel the need to be in a relationship with him, or even in a romantic relationship with him, or even to keep in touch with him. Actually, this friend that I live with at the moment, one lesson that he taught me is, he told me the first day that we met, there is no losing love. You might lose a person that you love, but not the love that you have for them, because the love that you have for them is something that you have. It's because you have that love that you wanted to share it with them in the first place. So there is no losing love. You might lose people, you might lose money, but there is no losing love, because you are the love that you are seeking yourself. So when you operate in this kind of mentality where you don't attach to anything but connected to everything, you know that the infinite nature of the universe, the nature of the universe is infinite. If it's not someone that you attach yourself to, it would be someone else. If it's not that work, that career, it would be some other career. If it's not that place, it would be somewhere else. At the end of the day, there's always infinite option, infinite possibility for whatever you want to do, for however you want to live this life. So the universe wants to make sure that you are moving in this kind of mindset, because it doesn't matter whether someone chooses you, or like whether you're rich or poor. What matters is the emotion that you are going to have because of that. What you want through attachment, what we are seeking, is actually happiness and peace and contentment and fulfillment and meaning. Yeah. So whatever is this that you want is going to you're going to have it, but it's not because you are attached. You feel attached. You're going to have it because you feel like you can have it, because you know that everything is within. So by going within and by understanding that what you are wanting to give is already within you, you can just direct the energy back to yourself. And you, whatever power that you've given away because you love someone, because you want something, now you want to just bring it back to you and ground it inside your body. I heard some YouTubers say, like, be the frame for your energy. Remember that you are an individual. So when you contain the energy that you gave away to that attachment, when you contain it within yourself, it kind of makes you magnetizing. You start to magnetize whatever you want into your reality. So I am seeing the evidence to that, and I really suggest for you to actually experiment with this, to go ahead and to detach from as many things as possible, and to actually experiment with this. So this is the video for today, guys. Rastafari, I love you so much. I will see you in the next video. God bless. Bye bye.